Hello everyone, I welcome you all to the Infinity Vision platform. Right now I'll be doing one such question that came in your JMN examination. This question came on 26th August 2021 in shift 2. So let us see this question first. Question says, a soap bubble of radius 3 centimeter is formed inside the another soap bubble of radius 6 centimeter. Okay, so you can visualize this question as a soap bubble which have been given to you just like this. This smaller soap bubble is in the bigger soap bubble of radius 6 centimeter. So this outer radius is 6 centimeter and this soap bubble, smaller soap bubble having a radius of 3 centimeter. Okay, formed inside another soap bubble of radius 6 centimeter. So the radius of an equivalent soap bubble which has the same excess pressure as inside the smaller bubble with respect to the atmospheric pressure is. Suppose outside atmosphere is there, and so these bubbles will be experiencing atmospheric pressure from outside. Okay, so what would be the question is, what would be the equivalent radius of another soap bubble so that the excess pressure in the smaller bubble as compared to the atmosphere is same in this bubble with respect to atmosphere. So that means the excess pressure inside as well as outside in this soap bubble would be same as that the excess pressure between the inside bubble as well as the outside atmosphere. We already know that, and since it is a bubble, so the excess pressure within the bubble is already always given by a relationship which is equal to 4s by r. So what is excess pressure? What is S over here? S is the surface tension of the liquid, okay, water, and R is the radius of the soap bubble. So this is the excess pressures, or you can say this is the delta P. So the excess pressure inside a soap bubble is given by this much of relationship. Okay, so the excess pressure means inside pressure is greater than outside pressure. Okay, so the excess pressure here in this soap bubble must be equal to 4 S by R equivalent. Okay, don't you think? So with respect to atmosphere, so this is the excess pressure that you are getting. So it is also equivalent to this inside pressure minus atmospheric pressure. Okay, what about this expression? First of all, we will be considering the excess pressure inside the bigger bubble. So again it would be equivalent to delta, okay, it would be equivalent to 4S by R, and what is radius over here? It is 6 centimeter. Let this radius be R2, okay, and let this radius be R1. So it would be 4S by R1, 4S by R2. So this is the excess pressure with respect to atmosphere inside bigger bubble whose radius is R2, which is 6 centimeter. So this is excess pressure. Okay, so this is also called inside. Let this pressure inside be, let it be P2, and let the inside pressure in the smaller bubble be, let it be P1. And so this is nothing but this is equivalent to P2 minus ATM, atmospheric pressure. Okay, so this is the value that you are getting, the excess pressure inside this. And what about this one? What about the excess pressure inside the smaller bubble? So the excess pressure must be equal to P1 minus P2, don't you think? So this is excess pressure, and it is also equivalent to 4S by R1, the smaller radius. Okay, so we already know in this expression, so we can easily apply the expression in both the soap bubbles. Okay, so that means P2 is greater than P1 is greater than P2, and P2 is greater than atmospheric pressure, outside pressure. So the excess pressure with respect to atmosphere must be equal to P1 minus ATM, don't you think? And this excess pressure, that you can easily find it out by relationship by using these relationship. Okay, so we have to find out the value of excess pressure between these two. So it must be equal to P. So we'll have to find out P1 minus ATM. Okay, if I'll add these two terms, so you can easily get P1 minus ATM plus P1 minus, okay, P1 minus P2. So this would be equivalent to 4s by r1 plus 4s by r2. Okay, so you'll be getting, so this was P2, this was P2. So P2 can easily be cancel out each other. So you'll be getting P1 minus ATM. So this is the expression that we need to find out. Okay, P1 minus ATM. So it must be equal to 4s by R1 plus 4s by R2. You can easily directly apply this formula because the excess pressure between these two is 4s by P2, and the excess pressure between these two must be equal to 4s by R1. Okay, so the excess pressure with respect to outside must be equal to the addition of these two. Okay, so the excess pressure that we are getting, that is P1 minus ATM, this pressure must be equal to the excess pressure that we have calculated. So what if I'll take a only single bubble, so that the excess pressure inside this smaller bubble as compared to the outside must be equal. So the excess pressure of these two must be equal. So what would be that equivalent resistance that you need to find out? So we'll be equating this, and this must be equal to P1 minus ATM, which is 4s by R1 plus 4s by R2. 4s can easily cancel out each other. Okay, so eventually you'll be getting 1 upon R equivalent is equal to 1 upon R1 plus 1 upon R2. This is very important expression that you need to learn. You can directly use this equation. Okay, and while putting the value, R1 is 6, okay, R1 is 3 and R2 is 6. So the equivalent of this comes out to be, you can easily also write it just like this, R1 R2 divided by R1 plus R2. This is just equivalent to the parallel combination effective resistance, in which we are calculating the equivalent resistance by this relation only. Okay, so you can easily directly use this equation as R1 R2 divided by R1 plus R2. Okay, so the equivalent resistance must be equal to 2 into, what is R1? R1 is 3 into 6 divided by 3 plus 6, which is 9. So 3 3s are 9 and then 3 2s are. So 2 centimeters should be the radius of this bubble, so that the excess pressure as compared to the atmosphere is equal to the excess pressure inside the smaller bubble in this situations. Okay, so the answer would be 2 centimeter. Okay, I hope this question is also clear to you. Thank you.